Well, good morning. I really appreciate all of you coming out here today. We were waiting around. We had at least one other Indianapolis media outlet that had asked us to wait a couple minutes, but I don't want to hold everyone else up, so they maybe will be here in just a minute. But we're really excited about being here today. First order of duty, I need to recognize any elected officials that are here. So if City Council members Bob Hayes, Don Hayworth, Tom Micklick, Kevin Summers, and Cindy Sanders would please stand up and be recognized. We want to thank you for being here today. I believe we have just one county elected official. Commissioner Paul Wyman is with us. Commissioner, thank you. I also want to recognize the members that served on our baseball committee over the last year and a half, and thank them for all their tough decisions. So if you were on the baseball committee, could you please stand up too and be recognized? And I also want to just thank the representatives from our area high schools for coming out and their support throughout this project. In 1955, the Kokomo Giants were a minor league affiliate of the New York Giants, who in 1958 became the San Francisco Giants. They played their opening season in a new Highland Park stadium. They were an exciting, scrappy team of young players who all shared the dream of making it to the big leagues. A few of the kids on that team achieved that goal, but one also became a legend. That's why I'm extremely proud to announce that baseball's Prospect League is expanding in 2015, and the league has chosen Kokomo to be the home of its 12th team. The team will play their home games for the 2015 season at Kokomo's Municipal Stadium, and it will be owned by MKE Sports and Entertainment, which is located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The Prospect League features two other Indiana teams, the Richmond River Rats and the Terre Haute Rex, which should provide for some interesting Hoosier rivalries. The City of Kokomo has signed a 5-year lease agreement with MKE Sports. They will pay the City of Kokomo a minimum $22,500 a year for the use of the stadium, with various incentives that could boost that total to over $100,000 per year. The lease will work like this. MKE Sports will be responsible for the maintenance of the stadium. They will pay the electric bill, the water bill, the gas bill, and other utilities, and also pay for trash removal and the care of the facility. Our four local high schools, Kokomo, Northwestern, Western, and Taylor, will call Kokomo Municipal Stadium home and will play there at absolutely free of cost. Each school will also continue to receive all revenue from their ticket sales. MKE Sports will manage the concessions, and since they will keep the revenue, there's an incentive for them to provide menu items that people want and keep things priced right. MKE Sports will also be responsible for filling seats, marketing the stadium, their games, and the team, all of which mentions Kokomo. As a result, we have a community partner which will help bring visitors to our city and overnight guests to our hotels by filling the stadium with tournaments, softball games, and other special events. They will use private dollars to promote our city and should help save the Convention Visitors and Tourism Bureau over $50,000 each and every year in sports marketing funds. In February 2013, when we announced plans for Kokomo Municipal Stadium, we were approached by many different baseball team owners and leagues. Early in the process, we selected Mike Zimmerman as the team owner with whom we wanted to associate. Mike's enthusiasm and business credentials stood out from the rest. Through MKE Sports, Mike owns the Milwaukee Wave, an indoor professional soccer team. He is the CEO of the Rockford Aviators, a Frontier League baseball team. He also owns the Rock Sports and Entertainment Complex in Milwaukee, a facility that includes 6 baseball fields, biking and skiing courses, and hosts large outdoor events as well. Partnering with Mike, who has a proven record with owning successful sports franchises, also provides us with the opportunities to pursue other entertainment options beyond baseball. Today's announcement is about bringing family entertainment to the heart of our city and creating pedestrian activity in the afternoon and evening around Kokomo Municipal Stadium. The bottom line is, before this first pitch, before the first pitch, Kokomo has scored a big win. We are not providing any cash incentives to bring a team to Kokomo, and taxpayers will not have the ongoing costs for maintaining the stadium. In fact, MKE Sports is paying us to lease the stadium. For our small business owners, we've added another attraction to draw people to our Kokomo shops and restaurants. And for our residents, we've added another affordable, family-friendly attraction. Today's announcement gives momentum to the ongoing growth and development of our city. Kokomo's first collegiate-level baseball team helps to improve the image of Kokomo around the state of Indiana and opens new opportunities to attract visitors. Kokomo has a rich baseball history. From the gas boom era industrial league teams, Major League Baseball affiliated minor league teams, semi-pro teams, the American Legion teams, our neighbors who became major league players, to the ongoing competitiveness of organized youth baseball played throughout Kokomo. Baseball has always been a part of our city. And just a side note, on that 1955 Kokomo Giants team was a 17-year-old kid from Puerto Rico. He went on to play 17 years in the major leagues, won a World Series ring, a National League MVP award, and is now enshrined with baseball's elite in the Hall of Fame. Orlando Cepeda was that teenage prospect who got his professional baseball start in Kokomo, hitting homers and playing infield at Highland Park Stadium. About an hour ago, I received a message from Kokomo's Joe Thatcher, who is in his 7th season in the big leagues, pitching for the Los Angeles Angels. Before he made it to the major leagues, Joe rose through the ranks playing in the Prospect League, and he asked me did I share his message with you. Joe's quote, "The summer I played for the Quincy Gems was one of the best experiences of my amateur career. The competition and coaching was great. The city of Quincy really supported us, and I'm very confident that this will be a plus for our community. I'm very excited that Kokomo will be offering the same experience to these college-age players." The city of Kokomo welcomes the Prospect League and looks forward to an exciting 2015 season and partnership. And now it is with great pleasure that I introduce the president of Baseball's Prospect League, Brian Wickline. Brian.
Thank you. It's an honor, a true honor to be here. Wow, what a great day for the Prospect League, and more importantly, a great day for Kokomo, Indiana. This is going to be the gem of the Prospect League. The facility, the town, is just remarkable. It took all of 8 minutes for our board of directors to approve Kokomo as a team in our league. You guys need to know that. Just a little bit of a background and history of the Prospect League. The league was formed in 2008. In the winter of 2008, between Chillicothe, Richmond, and a town in Pennsylvania, Slippery Rock. We had a meeting. Those were also teams in the Frontier League, former Frontier League. So we all joined head and said, how can we start a new collegiate wood bat league that fits our towns better? So we had a meeting with the CICL leaders and the Central Illinois Collegiate League. They've been around since 1963. So we all joined forces, and in 2009 became the Prospect League. Since the 09 draft, just to give you a little history on the caliber of baseball we play, since the 2009 draft, we've had 263 players drafted out of this league. They've either been drafted, or signed as free agents. So the talent is here, guys. I mean, it is something where we compare ourselves. When you got a 24-man roster, anybody out of that 1 through 24 can play at the next level. It's not so much like that in other leagues. We have high caliber players, and these kids are good kids. They want to be in your town. They want to make public appearances. Host families is going to be a big need here, and you're going to want those kids to mentor your children. It's great to have them in your homes. So just know that you're bringing in quality kids also as part of this team. As a little map we've got here, Kokomo will be in the West Division. So you can kind of draw a line right through here, through Indianapolis. Kokomo, Terre Haute, Danville, Springfield, Quincy, and Hannibal will be in the West. Richmond, Lorain County, Champion City, which is in Springfield, Ohio, Chillicothe, Ohio, Butler, Pennsylvania, and Beckley, West Virginia will make up the East to make up 12 teams. Again, we're real excited about this, really excited about this. We're going to spend a lot of time and effort with Mr. Zimmerman, making sure that everything is a go for 2015. we couldn't be more excited, and we're welcome everybody here from Kokomo. With that, I'm going to hand it over to the man that's a part of all this, is making it all happen, Mr. Mike Zimmerman.
Well, first off, I have to say we are humbled and grateful that you chose us. I know it wasn't an easy decision. A lot of really good leaders came into your town to want to be part of what you guys are doing. So we're humbled and grateful that you guys are going to let us represent you guys. So thank you very much for that. The mayor wanted me to do a little bit of background on myself. So I think he did a pretty good job of talking about what I do now. But I just want to talk about who I am. I mean, you guys are going to get to know me over the next so many years. But personally, I'm married. I've got 4 kids. I live in Milwaukee. I'm going to have to find something here, obviously. But Milwaukee's a kind of a small town, born and raised there. And although I got started in healthcare, I would say my first love has always been baseball. So my professional background is I got extremely lucky. I started out doing healthcare stuff, so I was traveling to hospitals all across the United States, consulting, doing like audits and stuff. And then I got really lucky, built a business, took that business public, and I said, I like doing this. I like building businesses. So I created a private equity company and eventually built 7 or 8 different healthcare businesses, different healthcare IT businesses, to where eventually my businesses represented about 80% of hospitals across the United States. So then my wife and I were trying to think through, we knew that we had to give back to the community. We wanted to do something locally, so we started thinking about all sorts of projects. And I drive by this landfill every day, and I said, this is kind of an eyesore in my community. We don't have any good baseball facilities. Maybe I'll build a baseball field. So I started to write a business plan around it and eventually came up with this concept called the Rock Sports Complex. And what we created was a pretty significant business in terms of its ability to impact a community. I mean, it does pretty good financially, and that's the business I was used to. But the way it hit me in terms of its community impact was pretty significant. So after we did that, I said, this healthcare stuff is interesting, but it doesn't charge me like this community-focused stuff and doing baseball. So I launched a company called MKE Sports Entertainment, and I'm sort of getting out of healthcare. I still have a few businesses that I'm managing there. But now my focus is going to be almost completely and solely on sports entertainment-related businesses. They don't make great money, but boy, do they impact a community in a really special way. So with that being said, we started a fund and a business that now does a number of things. It does, like the mayor was saying, it's got family-focused recreation, ski hill, baseball fields. It owns and manages a few professional baseball clubs. The Milwaukee Wave is the longest-standing indoor soccer franchise. And actually, that was my first acquisition, which is ironic because I'm a baseball guy, but it allowed me to sort of get into the business. It also does entertainment venues. We've got also a big piece of what we do is community give back. So we've got 2 non-for-profits that we've got, and we're going to find a way to connect those non-for-profits to Kokomo. So MKE Sports Entertainment is sort of new, but it's growing, and we're going to try to dig roots deep into the communities that we participate in. So I want to talk to you why the mayor told you why he chose me, but I want to talk about why I was really excited about Kokomo, because I think it's really important. First, as the mayor was talking about, the rich heritage of baseball here is very, very significant. So it took me a little longer than 8 minutes, Brian, to choose Kokomo. I think mine was like 6 hours, but I got the great tour, met with the mayor, with Randy, a lot of city officials. We went to your gym, got to see that. But what got me was a youth baseball game that you took me to. He was throwing the first pitch out. I think it was it the championship game? And the number of people that came out for that game and the excitement, I was like, if this is what it's like for a youth baseball, I can only imagine if we brought something like the Prospect League here. So it was after that game that I got really excited. But there's a lot more, I think, to the story here. First off, the revitalization project that you guys are doing is really, really special, and I want to be part of that. Plus, this idea of urban downtown baseball is a newer trend in baseball too. So for me, it was the perfect storm because I'm an entrepreneur at the heart, and for me, it wasn't just about baseball. It's about doing a lot of different businesses. So what Kokomo was to me was an ability to get involved in the community in, yes, baseball, but a lot more other things. So in terms of what you can expect out of us, we're going to take great pride in operating the stadium. It's always going to be clean. The entertainment is going to be affordable. It's going to be a family environment. I also think it's important just to talk about my view. This is not my team. This is your team. We're going to have a name the team contest that I'm going to talk about in a bit, but we just view that this is obviously your stadium, your team. So we're just kind of the facilitator and the I guess broker of all of that, kind of the change agents. So you'll see how all of that takes place. But affordable entertainment, competitive baseball, community-focused events. Again, it's just not about baseball. We're going to tie ourselves into the community, do all sorts of events to get that stadium always moving. I've got some concert stuff that I do. I got a lot of different ideas that I'm going to constantly badger the poor mayor about. But and then we're going to hire a local staff here, and then we're going to partner with local businesses too, both in the food and beverage side, but also just in terms of how can we use this as a way to expose your brand within the community. So I think that's what you can expect from us. We're going to work our butts off. I can't promise you a championship, but we are going to try hard. But what you can expect is affordable entertainment every night. You can also expect that we're going to market outrageously, because that's what works in baseball. So we're going to hope that everybody buys a season ticket at some point. But expect for us to do some crazy marketing events as well. The first thing that we're doing is the Name the Team contest. So for the next 30 days, we are going to ask all of the citizens of Kokomo to give us your best and brightest ideas to name the team. So we set up a website. It's www.kokomobaseball.com, and you fill out in the form what you think the name should be. I think there's even a suggestion in there for uniform colors and logos and that kind of stuff. So, and there's also an opportunity on there if people want to reserve a deposit for season tickets, you can do that as well. But we're going to do this contest for 30 days, and then the winner is going to get $2,500 in cash, along with season tickets and then merchandise. So once we build out the uniforms, hats, you'll get a big uniform package. So the mayor's already submitted 10 different ideas. But again, I want to say thank you. We are really excited about working with your community. We've got a lot of plans. The theme is you're going to see me come up with a lot of different ideas. It's not just going to be about baseball. That's a big piece of why I'm here. But I also, I want to do a lot of other things with your city. So hopefully you guys can extend us that opportunity. So at this point, I think I'll turn it back over to you, Mayor.
That'd be great.
Okay, thanks.
Right, thank you very much. I did start to, when Mike and his crew came up, we went to the county championship game up at Northside Little League, and he did get to meet a lot of people, and I'm impressed that he remembered, and that had helped him make a decision on looking at Kokomo. I did get a little concerned when he mentioned he remembered my first throwing the first pitch that night. That was not a memorable event. But anyway, so with that, last item, Brian and Mike brought some T-shirts. I would love for some members of the city council, the people that served on the baseball committee, to grab one. Anybody else, if that wants one, would like them to maybe have the first. I think there were 24. Is that what you brought? That has a welcome from the Prospect League to Kokomo. So if the elected officials, Commissioner Wyman, any of you want to grab a shirt, we'd love for you to have those. If there's any left members of the press or anybody that wants one, please take them. With that. We're going to stick around for a few minutes over by the displays and answer any questions that we can. And I just really want to thank everyone for coming out today and appreciate your support and look forward to baseball. So.